You ever see a post online that was so ignorant and so righteous that you just had to shit on it personally? This video's for you, Dan. So I know what you're thinking. Who the hell is Dan? I don't know. Dan's a guy I don't know. Never met him. But see, Dan saw a post on my Facebook page. A post captioned, "This should make you smile." And I guess the idea of smiling pissed off old Dan so much that he just had to tell me about it. Thanks, Dan. Now, the caption was on a video that I shared from Lacey Lee Elliott. Good stuff. Find her on YouTube. She put together a compilation of a lot of the stuff you don't see on the mainstream news about this trucker convoy. You know, thousands and thousands of Canadians standing together, waving flags, singing "Oh Canada." Inspiring stuff, actually. But Dan couldn't take it. Dan said this.
Bruh.
Mic drop, Dan. Well done. But is that true? Is that what's happening, Dan? The nurses and doctors are being held hostage? Really? See, in the video, Lacey was wearing a "Make Canada Great Again" hat. So naturally, Dan had to follow up with this. It's amazing to me that somebody could see a video like that. They could see thousands and thousands of their fellow countrymen and so many more from around the world holding hands and think, "Fuck that hat! I hate that hat." It's not about a hat, Dan. See, maybe you should ask yourself, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody pack up all their shit, leave their life behind, and drive all the way across the country to stand in the cold for weeks on end, while the entire media and our government does their very best to make them look like pieces of shit? 2 years to flatten the curve, Dan. Now, I don't know you, Dan, and I sincerely hope that you're doing okay. Personally, I picture you sitting there on your couch eating Cheez Whiz with a spoon while watching reruns of Honey Boo Boo on TV and petting your ferret that you probably gave an adorable human name, something like Reggie. The point is, you're probably doing fine, so when you flip on the CBC, you can't understand why all these people are upset. Why are they so angry? Fuck them, you think to yourself. Canada's a free country. You haven't lost anything. Speak for yourself, Dan. What if you lived alone, Dan? What if you didn't have a wife or kids, you didn't have a dog or a cat or a roommate, and Reggie was dead? What if you lived in a tiny one-room apartment, you know, small enough that you couldn't have a bathtub, and when you reach your arms up, you can touch the ceiling? What if the walls were stained yellow because it flooded not too long ago, and the blinds were broken and you couldn't afford to buy new ones? What if your social circle was work, and work is gone? Your career is gone. Your savings are gone. The things you were great at? All gone, Dan. What if you knew a lot of people but didn't really know a lot of people? So you don't have a bubble, Dan. It's just you in one room, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe sometimes you see 1 or 2 people for a couple hours a week, but the rest of the time you spend entirely by yourself. 700 days alone, Dan. What would that be like? Imagine it. Try to wrap your mind around it. What if some days you couldn't even muster the energy to get up, Dan? And you just lay there on your couch like a piece of garbage. You know, maybe watching the news or social media, which of course is nothing but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, telling you that you're a piece of human trash. You know, that you're not doing the right thing, that you're trying to kill grandma. Maybe you came to these decisions medically, you know, or maybe it was religious. It doesn't matter because your government doesn't care. What if you had COVID and you have natural immunity and they don't care about that either, Dan? What if, when you finally do muster the energy to go outside, maybe you go to the store or wander around the mall by yourself? Nobody's got a face, Dan. Nobody's got 700 days, Dan. One room. Could you do it, Dan? Do you think you'd be okay? What would that room look like, do you think, Dan? After 700 days all by yourself? It probably looked like this. Is that disgusting? Yes, it is, Dan. Is it sad? Depressing? Do you even know what that word means, Dan? Do you know what depression is? Or loneliness? Or even despair? I bloody doubt it. because if you did, you'd probably have a little bit more empathy, and your first instinct when seeing an inspiring post wasn't to immediately shit on it. You see, I can tell you, Dan, that the longer that you spend by yourself, the less the little things start to matter. Should I do some laundry? What about vacuuming? Should I wash the dishes? Sometimes you can't even be bothered to walk the 2 feet into the kitchen to throw out your own pop bottle or pizza box, and before you know it, you're sitting there surrounded by a pile of garbage, asking yourself, how the fuck did I get here? See, it's sad to me, Dan, that when you see the trucker convoy, the first thing that comes to your mind is hate. It's about hope, Dan. Hope. See, for the first time in 2 years, I actually see some hope. I see thousands and thousands of my fellow Canadians all standing up, standing together, with me and for me, and I realize that beyond this shithole of a room, I am not alone. There are thousands and thousands of other Canadians in similar situations to mine, and we have had enough. That's right, Dan. The time for sadness is over. It's time for middle fingers. It's time to stand up. I can tell you, Dan, that after 2 years, there is nothing worse in the world than not having a reason to get up. So I had to invent one for myself. So this is my job interview. I figure that if my government is going to destroy my life and career and tell me it's for my own good, and then call me a racist and an extremist, say that I hate women and ask if I should be tolerated, then my new job should be giving the finger, professionally and as often as I can, to people like you, Dan, and them. So I've set up a Patreon account. Link in the description. Join me in my new job as I give the finger and call bullshit on all the stupid crap that we see going on right now. This is it, Canada. This is history. There is nothing more important than this. So raise those middle fingers high and raise your voices even higher. And remember, no matter how depressing, bleak, or ridiculously hopeless they make it seem, you're not alone, guys. You're not alone.